What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the special Sunday edition of TSR Live. Joining me today is the body language master himself, Jonathan of modernlifedating.com. You guys can find him on Twitter at modernlifejohn, I think, correct?
That's me. Yep.
Oh, there
Jon.
There you go. Modern Life John. That's Jon. And of course, you guys can go to modernlifedating.com where you can now buy. This is the quarter two enrollment of the body language course. So John, listen, it's been a while, and I guess to keep things a little bit light here, this is the first time that either one of us, since the whole split, has crossed enemy lines. I don't think any of us have done any shows with any of you people. But yeah, this is sort of the first more or less crossover event. So how's it going in your neck of the woods on the other side of the fence?
I mean, dude, we all love you. I mean, you're very, very hard to dislike. So I just don't give a shit, honestly. You are the one that actually put me on to thinking that I could even have a chance at doing a radio show, and here we are, like, little over 6 months later, and I have like a dedicated audience and booming course and everything. So I honestly, my loyalty is based on an individual basis. So if the individual crosses me, that's when I deal with it. But you've been nothing but a stand-up businessman and a good man all around. So I got zero problem with that. And if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out.
Of it, yeah, of it. I was gonna say you don't know me well enough, but I think we'll let that slide. So John, let's talk a little bit about your body language course. And by the way, yep, there are less than 48 hours left to enroll into body language mastery. Now, I actually want to pull something up here because I think it's very important for people to understand what they're going to get when they enroll into the body language course. So, what is included in body language mastery? The first thing I'd like you to talk about is it's a full head to toe video course with a professional Japanese model. You guys see here on my right, or on my left, Jesus Christ, on my left, your right, acting out gestures of body language with John's narration and explanation of what the gesture means, and how you can use this information to get more women and more sex. Most men don't realize how many women are interested in them and passing up a lifetime of sexual happiness with tons of beautiful women. So explain to us what you were talking about here, John.
Well, the average guy is just for the most part, he's pretty clueless in regards to dating. And most men don't even consider body language as something to include in their dating arsenal. Right. So I thought that most people knew this. And this is stuff that only really high level players know. Like, you mentioned it as well. Like, even the sharing of the drinks and stuff that you did in Vegas. That's a form of submission. There is a deep psychology to understanding the actual science of sexual seduction. Like, if we were to study peacocks, or if we were to study birds, or even to study wolves, each animal has a certain mating procedure that they go through. Correct. And they have positive feedback and negative feedback. Humans are no different. We may think we are, that's just our ego. But I'm telling you, if you get into this course and you study the material, I guarantee your closing rate will go up at least 10%. Minimum.
I like that. I'm going to give some shout outs to the chat here because I think we got some of your people in here. Shout out to Great Black Shark, big time supporter of mine. Looks like someone else, Mohammed Hindway, says the body mastery course is epic. Just finished it today and it is worth every penny. Talk to me, John, about why this is such a game changer. Talk to me about why their closing percentage is going to go up by 10% when they enroll in this.
Because, look, the bottom line is this. We talk about your most iconic character, Kevin, in sales, right?
Yes.
And
the legend.
Kevin knows that sex is sales. Okay? Sex is sales. That's and right. When you are on a date with a woman, you have to spike her buying temperature. And most guys, they will project and they will say like, oh, her buying temperature is higher than it actually is. But in the reality is they can't accurately interpret this.
Okay.
But when you study body language, there are concrete things that a woman does when she is becoming sexually aroused. And there are also concrete things a woman does when she is becoming sexually turned off. What you're supposed to do is use the information in this course to tailor your message on the date to get her in the mood to have sex and then make the move to get out of there and go back to your place. If you can tell she's hot, she's heavy, she's ready to go, you don't want to bounce to club 2 and club 3 and add
Right.
more obstacles in the way.
There you
You
go.
want to say, let's go, check please, Netflix and chill, let's do this. And you go back to your place. Next thing you know, you're doing the no pants dance and everybody's happy.
I missed the one-liners, dude. You absolutely cracked me up. The no pants stance. Something you just said. The way you can sort of weave regular game in with body language is, and you didn't say it out loud, it's strike while the iron is hot. What a lot of men, John, what they don't understand is that when a woman is ready to sleep with you, when she is ready for you to escalate, a lot of men don't understand that a lot can happen between the bar, the club, and your place or her place. So what ends up happening, John, is they get into the Uber or they get into the cab and they're just kind of sitting there. Meanwhile, she's sobering up, you're sobering up, her body language gets a little bit closed up. Next thing you know, the next morning, guys are emailing me, hey, Donovan, I had a girl come back to my place and she was all hot and heavy at the bar. When we got to my place, all of a sudden she, closed up her body language. Well, One thing that I always advise men to do is you can control the body language. When you are in that cab, when you are in that Uber, and I have done this hundreds of times. As soon as we get into that Uber, John, I'm right next to her. I got my arm around her. More times than not, I'll steal a glass from the bar, be like, hey, barkeep, let me get another vodka and Coke, or let me get another whiskey sour. And it's, I don't know, $12. I pay him $40. Hey, I'm gonna steal your glass,
Yep.
And girls are impressed by that, but they don't know, of course, that I've left a $30 tip to pay for the glass. Hey, let's steal the glass. Now we're in the car. Now we're drinking. We're still having a good time. We're still escalating, and her body language stays the same. Talk to my audience about how important it is to keep that momentum going after you leave venue A when you're going to her place or your place, because this is important.
Yeah, I like to call what they get is they start to get hoe anxiety. They're like, oh, fuck, I'm starting to be a hoe. Like they start reflecting. Yeah, they start reflecting. They start, thinking about all the other dudes that pumped and dumped her. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this again. What I like to do.
I swore I wouldn't.
Yeah, what I like to do is when I'm in the cab, like you said, immediately I'm sitting next to her. I like to take my hand and put it on the small of her back. And then, sometimes I take my other hand. If she's sitting on my right-hand side, I put my right hand on the small of her back, and I'll be facing her a little bit, and I'll take my left hand and kind of put it on her abdomen, on her abs, and just look her in the eye and talk to her a little bit. And, this is very sexual. This is very arousing to her, too, because she is already on the date with you in the first place.
That's right.
Because she has already considered, I'm probably going to let this man fuck me. Let me see if he has his shit together. So all I'm doing is giving her what she wants. And in the date, in the cab, I might sneak a kiss, or I might start whispering in her ears, little things just to keep the buying temperature high.
There you go.
The worst thing you could do is be ice cold silent in the cab and just let it ride all the way back, because then she's gonna start getting, like I said, she's going to start getting hoe anxiety, and she's like, oh, maybe, I'm not like this. And, I'm actually a good Christian girl and blah, blah, blah.
I swear to God, I would stop this, but this guy's hella hot. I think I'm just going to do it one more time, and that's it. I'm done for good.
Yep. And so, keeping silence is terrible. And then also, when you're studying body language, you want to move with the quickness. Time kills all deals. Okay.
Right.
Sex is sales, and also sales is, it's in a very emotional moment. And a lot of people, what they do is they buy emotionally and they justify it logically. They will, she will go out with a guy. Okay. Guy will fuck her brains out, and then the next day steal her debit card, beat her ass, fucking burn her with a cigarette, and then she'll call up her girlfriends and be like, he just comes from, he's such a troubled man, and I just want to save him. And he has a really good heart. He has a picture of a puppy on his wall. And what kind of bad guy has a picture of a puppy on his wall? And she'll just justify it. You could rob her blind. I'm not proud of this, but I remember this one time this chick was acting a damn fool, and I took her iPhone and I just threw it out of my car. And I was just like, I'm sick of your shit. And the next day she came back. She's like, I know I frustrated you and I'm really sorry. I want to let you know I have Apple Care. Everything's okay. And I was like,
listen, I know you threw my phone out and it sucks and I'm pissed, but I have Apple Care. So it's all good.
and she's like, a new one's on the way. I used my husband's money. It's okay.
Oh, wow. Holy smokes, man.
Train wreck, bro.
Well, listen, all girls are train wrecks to some degree. Let me address some of the comments in the chat here. Give me 1 second. So Lone Askew Laurentu says, Donovan, leave Anthony and join the others. No. Listen, Anthony hasn't done anything to me. I like Anthony. Listen, I like Anthony Johnson. I like Rollo Tomasi, right? I like MLD. I like Steve the Dean. This isn't me trying to play both sides. Listen, when someone gives me reason to jump ship, I'll jump ship. I'm not going to jump ship because you guys think I should. I'm Team 21 Convention. I am Team Red Man Group. That's not changing until I say it does. My dealings with Anthony have all been on the up and up. Everything has been good between me and him. And listen, if the shit hits the fan with me and him or me and anybody else, I will act accordingly. But I'm in control of what I do. I'm not going to leave Anthony and join the others for no good reason, just because you want me to. We were actually talking about this off the air. I said this on RMG yesterday. Everybody wins because now there's Rule Zero. And now there's the Red Man Group. So now you guys have 2 shows to watch. I think you guys started 11:30. We started 11 o'clock. Then you guys started 11:30 and then steal our audience. Then we start a third broadcast and steal the audience that you stole from us.
I'm just here to help guys. That's all I care about.
Dude, I just want to make content. I want to make content, help people, make a little bit of cash along the way. Ariel NOA says, I tried the colon cleanse. It helped, but I didn't lose too much weight. Okay, colon cleanse is not the only way to lose weight, but it certainly helps. Talking about the how I lost 100 pounds. This has nothing to do with any of this stuff. All right, so Cultivate Crypto says proof is in the pudding. Over 150 plus men have gotten results from body language mastery. Let's get back to that. Yep. So after the full head-to-toe video course, what you're also going to get, you're going to get 3 weeks of daily webinar Q&A sessions done twice a day. This is tremendous value, John. What this is going to do is it's going to allow you guys to ask questions for clarification about the course. You've had Richard Cooper on the show on the webinars. You've had Ryan Stone, Black Label Logic, Steve the Dean from the Man Mindset. So it's not just you. You've got other guys. You've got other made guys in the game. Talk to my guys about how important it is, what the value, what value these webinar sessions bring.
Okay, so as you guys know, I have my background. I have a bachelor's in science and psychology. So what a lot of courses do is they just dump the information on you and they say, good luck, guy. Figure it out on your own.
Yep.
And ultimately, I'm playing this as the long game. Okay, the guys that got into Q1 enrollment, those guys are my dudes for life. Those guys would literally kill somebody for me. One of my students flew out from the UK all the way to Tokyo to see me, and we hung out.
Okay, I was going to say, I thought you were going to say my guy flew all the way from the UK and killed someone in Tokyo for me. So I just wanted to make sure that didn't happen. Anyway, go ahead.
No, no deaths yet. What we do is we bring you into a one-on-one session like this. What it is, we use a hangout session. We're going to use Zoom this time around so we can get 25 guys per session. Good. The guys come in because not a lot of people want to attend the webinars, but the guys who do, I'm telling you, these guys get solid results.
Good.
So we do it once in the morning after my daily show. I go on at 9 a.m. Eastern. The show finishes around 10:30, and then I'll fire up the webinar. I'll shoot out an email. You'll get a link in your email. You click on it, and then you will join the session. There is no time limit on the sessions. We go anywhere.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we go anywhere between 1 to 3 hours. I make sure everybody gets their questions answered. And then I turn it off. I go about my day. Then I wake up and then I do it again. And it's going to be around 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because helps out the guys in Central and California time as well.
Absolutely.
And then they come in and then they get part two. Originally, it was supposed to be just 4 webinars in the week, but last time it ended up evolving into a daily thing because I really loved the guys. I loved,
Right. Yeah, the
getting
camaraderie, man. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And the guys were listening and they were getting results. They're like, hey, man, I did XYZ. I couldn't believe it. And like, what about when this happens? And a lot of guys, they want clarification on some of the modules and they want clarification on other things. And it evolves into a whole different slew of things as well. Cultivate Crypto came in there. We made some cryptocurrency predictions that have all come true. So these guys have, some of these dudes, they made some pretty big moves, but their investments from March have already tripled by now.
Wow.
Not a lot of money,
Wow.
but 3,000 into 12,000 in a period of 4 months. Oh no, not in 4 months, 3 months. A period of 3 months of them just touching the keyboard, make a little money. And it evolves in the whole thing. We talked about sexual domination, how women don't want to have love made to them. They want the fucking shit fucked out of them.
That's right.
And the quickest way to get a woman addicted to you is to blast her brains out in bed. We talked about that. We talked about, dating, sex, relationships, cryptocurrency, fitness, weight loss, managing businesses, how to pimp women at work, even though like some people say don't do that. But, there are efficient ways to do it. And I talk about all my stories. And it's just like, if you're really trying to get your dating life sorted out, the quickest way to do it is to get mentorship. That is a bona fide fact.
Sense. Yeah. Yeah.
You come in every single day. You don't have to come in every day, but I'm available from July 9th, the webinars start, and they end at the end of July. Okay. From July 9th to the end of July. Every single day, I'm going to look like fucking the Crypt Keeper. I'm going to be grinding out, but it's worth it because these men who are actually doing the hard work to change their life, I used to be that guy. I used to be on the other side, seeking answers and getting scammed by fucking Mystery Method and RSD and reading all this shit and like applying their models and then failing because their models were failures, but then I would in turn think that I'm a failure. But right. I'm offering concrete evidence and concrete results for 3 weeks again. I mean, Richard Cooper came in for 2 sessions and Richard Cooper charges $1,000 an hour.
Yep, he does.
And these guys got to come in and pick Richard Cooper's mind. And let me tell you something. Rich behind the camera is fucking hilarious, dude. Like without the filters, Rich is a funny guy, man.
Yeah, listen, a lot of guys don't know. Richard comes off as very serious and this and that and the third, but that's because he's trying to keep things YouTube friendly. But yeah, I've heard he's quite a jokester. Jonathan, alert! We have a game detractor in the building. Goman 01 says it's all body language when it comes to attractiveness. No words will make up for it if you're ugly. Number one, Goman 01. It's URYOU''RE. Guys, please learn the difference between your, and your, there, and there. Number 2. Okay, Jonathan is as ugly as homemade sin, and he gets more ass than a toilet seat. That
public bus station.
on the real, all jokes aside, we always get guys who say things like, well, game is not that difficult. Just look good, have money, be rich, and be ripped. No, it's not that simple because good-looking guys who have money, who are rich and ripped and all that, they get played by women all the time. At the end of the day, John, game trumps all. And people like Goman01 who says, well, if you're ugly, it doesn't matter. Guys like that are lazy. What they're doing is they're using the fact that, and they're always going to use that as an excuse, that as a crutch not to go out and better their dating lives. It's like the fat girl who says, well, if I go out and lose weight, I'm going to look older because my skin will start to sag. Those are
Yeah.
excuses, right?
Yeah. Or
So, and
people
again,
don't like me because society is shaming me.
yeah, it's ridiculous. So, listen, game trumps all. But you want to know something? The reason why game is worth learning is because game is not easy. Game is very, very difficult. Game is the great equalizer. There are good looking guys out there who get more opportunities with women. Listen, this is just how it works. Just, deal with it. But where game comes in, game is the great equalizer. Game allows guys who weren't born so lucky to have opportunities with beautiful women, just as many beautiful women as the good-looking guys. What do you say to guys who say game is not really game? It's just all about looks and money. Be rich and look good.
Look, being rich and looking good helps, but it's not the end all be all. I actually said this on Jack Napier's channel today. A woman would rather be with an alpha male who's got drive in a trailer park than a beta male who has $1 million and a huge, beautiful mansion.
Right.
She will take the alpha any day of the week because there's something about having that game that most people just don't have, that swagger. Because what is game? Game is really understanding what a woman is and what she wants and giving it to her. And most guys have no idea. They have zero idea.
I think game is simple. I think a lot of guys overcomplicate it, but game is really doing what your instincts tell you to do, right?
Yeah.
So if your instincts are like if a girl says, I have a boyfriend, when you approach her, what your instincts are to say, what the hell are you talking to me for? If you have a boyfriend, then why are you smiling at me? Why do you have your phone out, right? Yep. Game is allowing yourself to be a man. It's not being afraid to grab your balls, grab your Y chromosome, and do what needs to be done. Here's something else that I want to mention, and this is very, very important. What guys are also going to get when they enroll into Body Language Mastery, you're going to get lifetime access to a private men's only group that allows you to have continual success with you. Ask any and all questions related to dating, fitness, health, making large sums of money, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and etc. You touched on it a little bit earlier, but I think guys really need to understand that this is a lifetime. You're going to get your lifetime access to a private men's only group.
Yeah. And what I like to say is the simplest way to put this is like the red pill Google. You type in, hey guys, how do I lose 100 pounds? Right. And what Google's going to tell you, oh, you should just love yourself and become a vegan and blah, blah, blah. Like you're just going to get slammed with a bunch of different things that are going to just really overwhelm you. But with our guys in there, I mean, I only have 2 moderators. One is a Navy SEAL and one is like this French super pimp guy. Like this guy is too slick. I wouldn't trust this guy with my freaking girlfriend in the same room. This guy is smooth like butter. But, if you're like, hey, I want to lose weight, they give you concrete answers, no bullshit, no fluff. If you're like, hey, I'm weighing myself every week and I'm on calorie deficit, but I'm not losing weight, the guys can be like, well, guess what, motherfucker? You're doing something wrong because you're probably not eating a calorie deficit because you should be losing weight.
Right.
If I want to like, how do I manage my girls or how do I manage my rotation? You got an army of 75 plus dudes in there right now for Q1. Q2, I haven't even filtered those guys in yet. We're going to be way over 100 guys easily.
Good.
And these guys get on you and they give it to you straight. There's no sugarcoating, no bullshit. And also, I'm in there as well. In addition to that, we do some very in-depth analysis that is constantly ongoing that I cannot do on any platform. I can't do it on YouTube. I can't do it on Twitter. It's behind a private paywall, so nobody can get in there. Everybody who gets into the Facebook group, you must have a webinar or Skype session with me for me to screen you in order to bring you in.
Very good.
So I make sure there's no dirtbags getting in. And these guys are posting, their Tinder profiles, their professional photos that they're getting taken in order to amplify the results on dating websites. They're posting their conversations. They're posting pictures of girls, and a lot of these guys, they don't see the red flags that the rest of us see. We're like, hey, bro, like she's covered in tattoos. She's a single mom and she's 35. Like she's definitely bang only and then run away if you decide to go down that path,
Okay.
because a lot of guys, they just don't have the mental competency that
Right.
we have. They really
Right.
just don't have it, and that's why they're in. So it's really like a big brother red pill program, to be honest, and it's
No, I like
lifetime,
that.
it's ongoing.
I like that. The Big Brother red pill program. That's a very good way to characterize it. So the next question that I see here is, what time are the webinars? Well, the webinars are going to be held twice daily. One at 8 p.m. Eastern time, right after his morning show, to approximately 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Now, I think that's a typo. I think it's supposed to be 8 a.m. Eastern time, right after your morning show, or is that not correct?
Yeah, that must be a typo. So what it is
All
is,
right.
okay. So it's in the webinars are after my show. My show in the morning starts at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it
All right.
usually finishes around 10:15, 10:30.
Ish.
So around 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 7:45 a.m. Cali time, that's when the webinar starts.
Okay.
That's webinar 1. And then webinar 2 is going to be starting either, I haven't determined it yet, but either 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we got that all cleared up. So the next question, can I get into your course after the deadline? The answer is no. The last day to enroll for the course is July 2nd of 2019 at midnight. So again, you have less than 48 hours to enroll. So now you guys are going to, you're going to get questions like, well, I thought you want to help, man. Why are you putting a deadline on this? What is your answer to why you put a deadline on this?
Because listen, at the end of the day, I'm just going to sound harsh as fuck. I don't want to waste my time with losers.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste my time with losers. Okay. If you're serious about getting this shit, pay up, shut the fuck up, show up, and I will change your fucking life. I'm sending these dudes pages of testimonies. I did a whole show called Testimony Tuesday, where all these dudes called in and were just telling me, yo, this is just amazing. This thing changed my life. I have guys that are getting so much pussy that they're literally having existential crises in the fucking Facebook group. So I'm posting all of the feedback. And the bottom line is this: if it was available forever, you wouldn't take the time out of your day to do it. And in addition, I can't invest the time out of my day. Look, my consultations are $70 an hour, and I'm coming every day giving you at least 2 hours of consultations, which is $140 value every single day for 3 weeks. And the reason is I can't be chasing you around trying to help you change. I need you to make the choice. Tell yourself, okay, I'm sick of my fucking life the way it is. I want a better result, and I'm going to change right now, and I'm going to commit to this. That's the kind of guy I want to work with. You want to sit there and cry and complain, mommy did this, daddy did this, wah, wah, wah. Listen, I'm not the guy for you. Go join MGTOW. Go join Black Pill. Go find fucking somebody's going to hold your little dick when you go pee for you. But that's not me. But if you want to come in there and get hardcore results, you want to be a man, show up on time, sit down and do the work, I will be the guy to change your life.
Yeah, I think the other reason is that time is the great equalizer. And when it comes down to it, listen, there are some guys who are just not going to be capable of doing this. That's what this comes down to, John. Some guys can't do it. And if it's readily apparent to you that, and the thing is this, actually, I'll put it to you this way. It's not that most guys can't do this, because I believe that most guys can do this. It's the want to. Listen, man, becoming good with women is not easy. It's very hard and it takes time, but you have to start somewhere. And if you're like, you're dragging your feet, listen, maybe you don't want it bad enough. And if that's the case, listen, man, I'm not going to tell you you're a bad person for that. Yeah. If you're not at the point in your life where you're willing to work for something you want, hey man, like, do you. But what it really comes down to is it's the want to. If you want to do this, and I've actually said this many, many times before, never, ever, ever skimp on investing in yourself. We talk all the time about the fact that you can't, it's useless to spend money on frivolous things, right? It's in other words, it's spending money frivolously, not having your financial house in order. Okay, that's all well and good. But when it comes to investing in yourself, you cannot skimp out. When you invest in yourself, spare no expense. That's how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing, I just say ultimately that I want to work with the guys that want to work with me. I'm not going to beg you. I'm not going to plead. The results are there. The signups are there. And I'm extending an olive branch to those guys that want to get in and change their life. If you're a guy that is sincerely frustrated with your dating life, you're sincerely frustrated with your financial life, you're sincerely frustrated with your physical health, whatever, these are things that I can help you with. But if you don't take action, you're just going to continue to sit there and suffer in silence. It just at the end of the day, if you don't take action, there's never going to be a change in your life.
Right. That's exactly right. All right. Well, I've got a consultation here in about 10, 15 minutes. Let's, and I don't want you to give away the course here, but I'd like you to talk at least a little bit about some things that are in the course. Like, for example, what am I watching here on my screen?
Okay, so right there, this is the section that is called proximity and spacing. And what it is, it lets you know that, if a girl is actually feeling comfortable with you or if she's not. As you can see, there's two types of it. If a woman lets you get close to her, if she lets you invade her personal bubble, that means she is ready for you to take her, because all sexual attraction is a woman literally opening up to receive you. That's
Right.
really what it is.
Yes.
That's feminine nature. And um in this course here, I teach them, in this section right here, I teach them about the different types of proximity. If she is coming close to you, whether she is hugging you a certain way, there's a certain type of hug. If she's hugging you on the kind of the distance hug where there's no touching of the pelvises, that's a very bad indicator of sexual
Yes.
attraction.
Yes.
But if she touches you and you guys go full frontal contact, pelvis to pelvis, that's when you're in there like swimwear. And a lot of guys, they don't get it. They don't miss all the indicators. I have a guy, his name is Nick in New York, right? And he's 47 years old. He's divorced. He came to me, he's getting raped for child support. And,
Damn.
he's paying like $1,900 a month. And
Woo!
he bought the course, and he was like, he's a smart guy. He's a speech pathologist. He has his master's degree. He's a very smart guy. And he came to me kind of a broken man. And he was like, I just feel like I'm not in good shape. I feel like these women aren't interested in me. But then he took the course, and then he started realizing, he's like, I cannot believe there's so many women choosing on me. And then he went out and hadn't had it in the longest time. He went out with a woman on the first date. She a woman from Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh God. Well, there you go.
And she was all about him, and he couldn't believe it. He went out and had dinner with her, and he said, "Hey, let's just go back to my place. I want to show you my wine collection." Went back to his place. First night, mind-blowing sex all night. She was younger than Tim. He's 47. She was 32.
Nice.
And he was just like, he couldn't believe it. He was just like, I cannot believe I've been missing this shit for 47 years of my life. The man has completely changed because he sees how many women are interested in him now. Because the majority of people, I would say less than 1% of people are very aware of body language. What would you say?
I would probably put the number a little bit higher. I think that I'll put it to you this way. I think that 10% of the male population is keenly aware of the body language that women exhibit, the nonverbal body language that women exhibit when they're interested in you, like this right here.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to bang me. You see how she's looking at me right here? She wants to bang. Her, not so much. But again, all jokes aside, a lot of guys are sort of sleepwalking through their dating lives. Richard Cooper likes to call it sleepwalking through your relationship. How in the world could I have missed it? How could I not know that she was fucking Kevin in sales? How did I not know that she was fucking Dave, the unemployed garage band player who may or may not live in a storage unit? How could I miss this? Well, if you had just paid attention, then you probably would have picked up on the signals. And what a lot of guys do is, with their daily interactions with both men and women, they take everything at face value. And, society teaches, don't read into everything. No, this isn't reading into everything. This is just being more aware of what someone is saying to you when their mouth isn't moving. Because I'm going to tell you what, John, a lot of guys miss out on a lot of opportunities because they simply do not know how to read body language. They're not paying attention. And, they look back on certain times in their lives, different interactions they had with women, different interactions they had with women on dates. And they think to themselves, man, like if I knew then what I know now, I probably would have been much more successful. To wrap this up, what percentage of the game would you attribute to successful game would you attribute to understanding a woman's body language?
I started studying body language when I was 27, right? I'm 33 right now. And 27, the average close for me was 2 to 3 dates. Okay. That was it. I studied body language intensely for 1 year, from 27 to age 28. At first, it was very overwhelming. I'll be honest with you guys. Once you study this body language stuff, there is no unseeing it. You cannot unsee this stuff. It is dangerous. I'm not gonna lie. It to an extent, it kind of dehumanizes you, because you start to like look at the world like a fucking psychopath. You're like, oh shit, well, she's doing XYZ, so I'll just act accordingly and get what I want. And I went from 2 to 3 dates to closing within 2 hours to 6 hours on the first date. I can't even remember the last time I went on a second date. If you do go on a second date, it does happen, and I've gone on some before, but I can tell you that the last time I went on a date 3, I can't even remember. I cannot even remember. So it drastically saved me time. It drastically saved me money. It got me way more women. It shot my self-esteem up through the air, because I don't care what anybody says. Once you have games sorted out and you can understand that women like you, and you're like, oh my God, I'm fucking super sexually desired by women. That is an awesome feeling that no money can buy. No money can buy. When you walk into a club and you be like, damn, this girl wants to fuck, this girl wants to fuck, this girl wants to fuck. There is nothing that can put, there's no cost you can put on that. There's no price you can put on that. And the respect you get from your peers. I hang out with some dudes that are like super well off in Tokyo, and they see me running game and that girls are like into me. And they're just like, dude, how do you fucking do this? Like, who are you? And these guys let me into their social circles. This has opened network opportunities for me. It starts with game, but it ends up with you just getting a whole better life.
Good stuff, man. John, listen, man, we got 200 people watching. Guys, less than 48 hours to get in on Q2 of the body language mastery course. Again, you're actually going to get part 1. I think you said something about getting part 2 for, I forget how much.
No, so I'm going to create I was supposed to do it this quarter, but I decided just to focus on enrollments.
Okay.
I'm going to revamp the entire course and include a section on positive male body language.
Now that's the game changer.
Yeah. And everybody who bought in quarter 1 is going to get it for free. And everybody who buys in quarter 2 is going to get it for free. And if you don't buy in quarter 2, here's what's going to happen. Enrollment's going to close down. I'm going to give priority of my attention, consultations, everything to all the guys in body language mastery quarter 2 enrollment. And then quarter 3, the price goes up to $497. Quarter 4, it goes up to $597. 2020, this program's done. So this is it, because my brand is blowing up too. I mean, I'm trending in the same direction of success that you are. I've not even hit 100 episodes, but I'm getting there, and my time is slowly but surely running out. So I'm not going to have time to sit down and do these webinars and all that stuff in the future.
That's the truth. Yeah, ain't that the truth? God damn, man. Yeah, I had to raise my rates on consultations, because it's just, dude, I mean, creating this kind of stuff does take time. And I say this all the time, the older you get, the more valuable the commodity of time becomes. Mikey Mike says, this guy is nuts. Yeah, I mean, of course we're nuts, right?
Yep.
I think you have to be. I think you got to be to do what we do.
If being normal is being broke, being sexless, being fat and out of shape, then I'm the craziest motherfucker alive, baby.
Damn right. Damn right. Yeah, and it's funny when you think about professional athletes, Tom Brady is not a normal dude. Like that dude is hyper competitive. Michael Jordan was not a balanced guy. He punched teammates, he gambled. Tiger Woods is Tiger Woods is batshit crazy to be as great as he is. Of course he had to be out there, fucking strippers and escorts and all this other kind of stuff. In order to be good at something, to be that, nobody can ever live a balanced lifestyle and also be great at something. There's no such thing as a rocket scientist who's also hitting, who can hit 337 in the majors. You got to sacrifice one or the other. So if you're going to become great at something, it requires a little bit of crazy. Guys who fight for a living, those guys are a little bit crazy. So that definitely works. Well, Shibby obviously did not hear
I saw that
rant earlier. Donovan, come over to the good side and leave the Red Man group. No, guys, listen. I'm gonna clear this up once and for all, man. And well, Shibby, you're my homeboy. Like, I love you, dude. I remember he actually asked me about trying to hit, an Italian girl was hitting on him at work. I advised him definitely not to stay. Listen, guys, check this out, man. I am totally cool with everybody in the Red Man group. I'm totally cool with everybody with Rule 0. I'm not leaving the Red Man group. I'm not leaving. Listen, I'll put it to you this way. Outside of some sort of extenuating circumstance, I'm not going anywhere. Listen, Anthony Johnson has been very good to me, right? The 21 convention has been good to me. I like doing the Red Man group. Anthony Johnson, listen, I'm sure that there are other guys who have different opinions of Anthony Johnson. Maybe they're well-founded opinions, maybe not. But as far as my personal dealings with Anthony Johnson has done right by me. And Anthony Johnson would tell you the same thing about me. If Anthony Johnson doesn't do right by me, then I will leave Anthony Johnson. If I don't do right by Anthony Johnson will essentially kick me out, right? No, I don't need Anthony Johnson to be successful. I don't. I like the 21 convention. I like traveling. I like meeting men face to face. This is what it is. I'm not going anywhere. I don't understand why. I don't understand why guys keep. And the funny thing is, John, is I think they're using that as an opportunity just to sort of take pot shots at AJ. No. Yeah. Me and ADJ are cool. Me and Rolo are cool. I'm cool with Richard and Ryan and all those guys until I have a reason not to be. And I don't foresee that happening. So quit asking me. Quit telling me, oh, you need to leave. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere, guys. Enough of that.
Yeah, it's just it's really let them comment, let them make their comments.
But it is what it is. I mean, they mean well, right? I understand. You've got Team Anthony, you've got Team Roll. Okay, fine, man. I'm Team Donovan, dude. So that's how it goes. Enroll in the body language mastery course, guys. Yes. You're gonna get access to the webinars held twice daily. You're going to get 3 weeks of the daily webinar sessions. You're going to get lifetime access to the private men's only group. Again, that's that. I like the way you put that. The Big Brother Red Pill program.
Yeah.
That is a very, very cool way to put it. Any words? Any last words before we close the thing out?
Just like I said, take action, get in, guys. My message is transparent. The testimonies are there. I mean, you could check the old Red Man group when I did the whole body language.
Oh, I remember.
Episode on it, and just listen to the guys calling in. All the guys calling in were like, I didn't even tell them to call in, but they're all like, dude, you guys got to get this program. It's amazing. Hey, at the end of the day, the guys who signed up, I'm already at over 50 signups right now, and it's only been 48 hours. So at the end of the day, I'm going to do just fine. But if you want to get in now and get that additional help, if you really want to take action and change your life, get in. If not, hey,
catch you on the next time.
May the force be with you.
John, always a good time, man. We'll definitely do something like this real soon. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you so much, Donovan.
That's going to do it for this edition of TSR Sunday. I will see you guys tomorrow, right around noon Eastern. Thanks for watching.